Welcome back, Mama, to our third horizontal push workout. This workout is going to require our bands and our dumbbells, so keep those nice and close, as well as that water bottle as always. Making sure we've got about 3 to 5 feet of space around us. This workout can be done seated as well, no problem. So if you prefer to join me seated, feel free to do so. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into our warm-up, reaching right on up. Placing those fingers together. Great big exhale, lean it to the left. Hanging out here for about 3 breaths. Inhale, let's take it to the right. Dropping those hands down, let's reach them all the way behind our chest, creating a little bit of space if we need a deeper stretch. Dropping those hands down, reaching across. Dropping it down, switching sides. Awesome. Let's go ahead. We are going to be gripping these handles with all our might. So reaching that right hand out, stretching those fingertips, stretching those forearms. Switching sides. Awesome. And just to get the blood flowing a little bit more, let's go ahead with some high knees. All the way up. Just to kind of set that intention, warm up our bodies, get those bodies pumping a little bit more. We produce a little bit more elastin during pregnancy, which gets us a little bit more mobile. But we also produce less synovial fluid in our joints, which is why it's so important to do a thorough warm up. All right, let's go ahead. Hip openers. All the way up and out. Awesome. And now let's go inwards, climbing onto that bike seat. All right, going ahead, dropping those down. Great big hip circles. Driving those hips forward, screwing those feet into the floor. Perfect, slowing it down. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's roll those shoulders back into place. And let's get right into our first set here. Grabbing onto first those bands. And we're going to tuck those bands in behind our armpits. Just like we're kind of a nerdy kid with the most perfectly adjusted backpack in the world. Gripping about halfway up. We can use the handles or we can just grip onto the tubing itself. I'm kind of more of a tubing girl. And one hand at a time, we're going to do an alternating chest press. So punching out, resisting that band on the way in. Finding that comfortable resistance. See, I need a little bit more, so I'm giving myself less slack on the band. Punching out, back to center. All the way out, all the way in. Punching outwards, resisting that band as it comes back. We're going to do 20 on each side. Punching out, making sure we've got a soft bend in those knees. If we're seated, this is going to go exactly the same way. 2 and 1. Drop it down, shake it out, roll those shoulders. Remember that when we're pushing and pulling, we're keeping those scapula down and back. Keeping them retracted and depressed position is the scientific term. All right. Looping back up in. Elbows come up. Alternating chest press. Really making sure we're hugging baby up and in. Got that neutral spine. We're creating that stable, powerful base from which to generate these movements. All the way out, all the way in. Punching out. We're starting to feel it in those anterior deltoids in those pecs. And 3, 2, 1, dropping it down. We're almost done with kind of our main lift of the day, our pressing. This is the horizontal press, kind of any variation of a bench press, a push-up. If you don't have bands, you don't have weights, you're welcome to do a wall push-up for these movements as well. Just do both hands at the same time. All right, 5 more seconds. Let's bring them up and punch it out. Alternating chest press. Shoulder blades are back and down. Hugging baby up and in. All the way out, all the way back. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out, grab that water, give yourself a 1-minute rest. We're good to set aside these bands for now. Grabbing onto those dumbbells, I'm going to introduce you to a new version of a chest fly here. So feet are nice and square. Our arms are going to come up just to a 90-degree angle, and we're going to squeeze them in with a bent arm. All the way out, hugging baby up and in. Looking at my posture here. See how I'm not letting my back arch? I'm combating that natural curvature there. Not rounding the spine or anything, or just engaging. Hugging baby up and in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that rest. Give your body what it needs here. Reset those shoulders. And let's check in on where we're feeling that. We want to be feeling it right in the curvature of our delts, maybe a little bit in our rear delt, and right in those pectorals as we squeeze together at the top. All right, 5 seconds. We'll get right back into it. All right, and 2, 1, elbows up. Shoulder blades are back and down. Squeeze it together. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out. Give your body what it needs here. We have one more set of these. Taking our time, catching our breath. If we're doing this seated, same thing. Just remember, when we're seated forward on our chair. Nice, great posture. Chest is proud. Arms come up, all the way in. Squeezing together. All the way. Chest is proud. Squeezing at the top of the movement. 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Make it count. All right, drop it down. Grab that water. Give yourself a 1-minute break. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next movement. We're going to be doing a single arm bent over row. So if you're feeling a little bit unsteady, you are so welcome to use the back of a chair, a table, as a third tripod support. Otherwise, we're just going to pitch forward, square off those hips, and we're going to row up towards our hip like we're starting a lawnmower. One at a time, so that way we can really focus on that form. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead, pitch forward about 45 to 60 degrees, square off those hips, grab onto that support if you need it, and rowing up. We're starting that lawnmower. Really pausing and squeezing at the top. Sometimes I'll tap my lat just to make sure that I'm engaging the right portion. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides, go. 10, 9, square those hips. 8, 7, 6, pause at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up straight. Shake it out a little bit. Check in on your body. Really making sure that we are feeling it in those lats because we are pinching those shoulder blades back and down. Engaging those lats. leading with the pinky. Those are some of the cues that I give myself to make sure that I'm engaging the right muscles here. Getting back into it. Let's go ahead, screw those feet into the ground. Right arm first. Chest is proud, shoulder blades are back and down. We're hugging baby up and in. Rowing to the hip. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching hands, switching sides. 10, 9, keep those shoulders back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, standing up nice and straight. Give your body what it needs here. Making sure, as always, you're not locking out those legs. If you've ever seen a bridesmaid or a choir person lock their legs out and faint in America's Funniest Home Videos, that's not what we're after here. All right, nice and wide, pitching forward, shoulder blades back and down. You've got that $1 million check right in between those shoulder blades and all the way up. Halfway there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides for 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up nice and straight. We're going to go ahead and grab the other dumbbell now. Grab that water, give yourself a nice hydration break. Hydrate or dihydrate. Make sure we're drinking that water. I'll introduce the next movement while we do so. And here we're gonna do a superset. So superset is 2 motions done back to back and then a rest done after both. And we're gonna be supersetting bicep curls with tricep extensions. So how this is gonna work is we're gonna do 10 curls and then immediately after we're gonna extend it backwards, pitch it forward, and then tricep extension, kicking back with that pinky as hard as we humanly can. Now that we've got that introduced, we're gonna classic bicep curl. So chests are nice and proud, hugging baby up and in, curl it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch the grip, go back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that 30-second rest, walking around your space, giving your body what it needs here. We've got 2 more rounds of that superset. And if we're finding this a little bit too easy, we can either up the weight or we can add a couple more reps in each set. Usually the first variable that we manipulate is time. So yeah, we're gonna throw in a couple more reps if this is too easy. All right, bringing it up. 4, 10, 9, 5, 4, all the way down. 3, 2, and 1. Switch the grip, go back. Really squeezing the back of those arms as hard as you can. We are moving with purpose. We're moving with intention. Three, 2, and 1. 30-second rest here. Walk around your space. Take a quick break, resetting that posture, checking in on your body. What do you need right now? Alrighty, let's go ahead. Switching palms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mama, switch the grip. Go back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Meet me at the top for 1. Pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Almost there. 2 and 1. Drop those weights. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself that water break. Go ahead and we're going to grab that band to go through our cool down together. All right, now that we're nice and cool, let's go ahead. We're going to use our band to help facilitate our cool down today. Starting off, let's go ahead, bring it up and over, letting those hands fall apart. Back over. And once more back over. We're going to do this 5 times, just straight up and over. Really great for our shoulder mobility. Something that we're really looking to preserve well into our later years. All right, now let's go ahead. Choke up on that grip a little bit if you need. We're going to do some around the world. So leading with one hand, following with the other, all the way around our body, almost like we're drawing a halo around our heads here. Up and over. Now let's switch directions, lead with the other hand, drawing that halo, drawing that globe, practicing that full range of motion of those shoulders. Perfect. We can go ahead, drop those bands down. We're going to go left ear to left shoulder, taking care of those greedy trapezius muscles. On our third breath, go ahead, point that nose to the floor. Back to center. We're going to go right ear, right shoulder. Nose to the floor. Grabbing both of our hands, let's lace them behind our back. You know this one, chest stretch. Dropping it down, reaching across that body. One more time, switching sides. Perfect. We're really going to want to stretch out those lats here. So grabbing that right hand, reaching up and over. Back down to center, reaching up and over one more time with the left. Bringing it down. And breathing right on in all together. Exhale, drop it down. One more time, breathing in right all together. Exhale, drop it down. One more time, mama, just reaching right on up. Exhale, let it go. And there you have it. This has been our third horizontal push-pull workout. Make sure to grab that water, give your body what it needs today, and we'll see you next time.